Not a kicker or a punter here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And we're off from Arrowhead. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
True story. First time I saw Justin Herbert at a Pac-12 media days, I thought, that can't be Justin Herbert. That guy looks like a defensive lineman. He is massive. But then you watch him play and you realize he's one of those 6'5", 6'6" guys that's the athlete of a 6'2". The way that he moves so effortlessly, the way that rocket arm can throw the ball all over the field. Been hyper productive statistically. Kind of like that Fouts guy that wore the lightning bolt before him. On any given Sunday, this guy can put on a show.
No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
2nd and 10 now. Short pass brought in. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Something he does so well, Nick Bolton making the stop.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. That's caught for the 1st. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Chargers will have a 1st.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they take him down right along the 30.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Herbert to throw once more. He's got Quentin Johnson complete. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes, you can get to win-win.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now it's 2nd down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it. This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Quick on the draw here to Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. A gain of 6, and that brings up an interesting 4th and short call.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Brown's kick is up and good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. McCole Hardman now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here are the Chiefs out on offense for their first drive. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And that's good for a gain of 5. Stopped by Deion Henley. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
A 2nd down run by Pacheco. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Tackled on the play by Poona Ford.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Kelsey makes the catch. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. 1st down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
1st down, ball at the 36. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. It's Pacheco again. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. A counter give here to Pacheco. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
From the gun, Piron. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required, along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
Great opening drive continues. 1st and 10 at the 33. They send the tight end in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. As his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. He's got a gain of 6 there. Making the tackle there, Joey Bosa. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Pacheco gets it from the gun. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. That's Denzel Perryman in on the stop. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And it sets up 2nd down.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
On 2nd and 10 now, Mahomes. Throw reeled in by Hopkins. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. This one's caught. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Another throw for Mahomes. And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Chiefs finish off their opening drive. DeAndre Hopkins, the touchdown. Well, whether he stays the go-to guy the entire game, we will all judge together. But no doubt about it on that opening drive, Brock, he was the star. Bunch of catches and a touchdown to begin this one.
Yeah, I think this is twofold. Number one, you love to get this guy started early. He's a playmaker. He's a difference maker. Number two, this defense, well, they better be on high alert because this offense feels like they have a matchup they can attack, and that time attack a 3rd time for 6.
Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Reed now to kick this one away. Darius Davis to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Chargers getting their offense set for their 2nd drive. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. That's a catch for Hayden Hurst. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Brought to a halt by Brian Cook. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st down, and they go right back to him. Past midfield to the 45. And he works this down to the 41. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
1st and 10 from the 41. Running it again with Dobbins. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
1st and 10, Herbert. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. And it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
2nd and 3 now. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers hold a slim 2-point lead early. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers push their lead to 3. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Starting from the 5. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Now for the second time, we get a look at this Kansas City offense. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. First and 10 now from the 30. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And this one doesn't go far. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 32. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Third down, 1 yard to go. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Shotgun handoff to Piron. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Here's Mahomes now. This one finds Kelsey. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Tight end going in motion here. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Kansas City. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs take a 4-point lead. Reed now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Davis. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Charger offense making its way to the field. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on him. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Herbert now, blitz coming. Finds him over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. 14-10 our score. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Jukes out a one-stop. And the reverse call pays off. Some decent yardage before he's brought down.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that was pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
2nd and 3 now. Here's the first give to Gus Edwards. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Here's Herbert. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
Second down now, 7 to go. Short side option here. He's running left. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. It's a pickup of 11. And the Chargers will have a first.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger. But that back remains hungry.
An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
Well, the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, didn't it? And it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
Second and 10 now. Rolling left, buying some time. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
Motioning the tight end now. On third down, Herbert. He's got it over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. They have themselves another 1st and 10. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Receivers running the ball, well, that's become commonplace in the NFL now, and that includes down here in the red zone. In close, a lot less space to work with. You really love your most elusive players to get their hands on the ball.
On second down, here's Dobbins. And he drives this forward to the 6. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, these are not the plays that are like bold in the stat sheet when you look back on it, but these are the kind of gains by the running back that keep the offense on schedule and move the chains.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Herbert from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that makes it 2nd and goal.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. He brings it in. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
The defenders, they were ready for that throw, stopping him right at the line of scrimmage.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. They motion the tight end over. 3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. And this is going to be an LA touchdown. The Chargers take a 2nd quarter lead. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers push their lead to 3. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Putting the tight end in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Kelsey makes the catch. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. On target to Worthy. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Christian Fulton, the one to bring him down. Second and 6 coming up here. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. One of the tight ends in motion left. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. That's caught for the 1st. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Hopkins put in motion left. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. But give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Now we'll give up the middle to Piron. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. 3rd down, it's Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they'll Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll run Pacheco. And he tried, but couldn't turn the corner. He's tackled at the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Back to Pacheco here on 2nd. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Give him 4 yards, and they're sitting on 3rd and goal now.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs take a 2nd quarter lead. DeAndre Hopkins the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talked about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw. But, hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs take a 4-point lead. Reed now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Chargers are getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And he has run roughshod over them in this opening half. Pretty sure this is the exact kind of start that he was hoping to have here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Herbert with a blitz coming. Hits him on the out route. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an out cut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
3rd and just 2 to go. Going for the 1st with Dobbins. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
We know how hard explosive plays can be in the NFL, and so often they come via the air. What a great help for the offense to find an explosive play on the ground. Well done.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And he gets some good yardage down to the 42. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Dobbins trying the right side. He still has room inside the 30. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
1st down from the red zone. He's in trouble, and the Chiefs bring him down. And the pressure drives them backwards.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Gotta forget about 1st down in a hurry. They need a chunky yards here on 2nd and goal. Trying again, following the sack. Escapes the pocket. He's gonna keep it this time.
You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it and he watches the tape the next day, that he's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the 1st down.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
I'll tell you this, Kate, that's where you got to be on the same page with one another and get both ends of the play right to execute. Both the protection and ultimately completing that ball. They certainly want that play called back.
Brown's kick is up and good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single-point Brock as they send this off and away. Hardman with a return. And look at this return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. This one finds Kelsey. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. The Chiefs are on the move here. New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st down throw, Mahomes. Completes this one to Gray. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Finds his man, it's Worthy. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it'll be first down, Kansas City. Again, Mahomes to throw. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And they get this down to the 28. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Back to the air, Mahomes. Gets it to him on the screen. And he gets him around 6 there. That was Asante Samuel Jr. there on the tackle.
That's called the quarterback's best friend, Kate. Gains like that on the screen aren't possible without everyone doing their job. One missed assignment is the difference between a big gain and being dropped for a loss.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Another throw for Mahomes. Hopkins on the slant. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Motioning the tight end left. Throwing again, Mahomes. This throw is caught. And he drives this forward to the 6. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Up and good from Blankenship. And that'll push their lead to 4.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset they couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Here comes the final play of our first half. One final shot before halftime. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. He got out to a hot start with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes, threw another for good measure in the second quarter. So he has been on target throughout.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. This return starts at the 5. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
Ball at the 33 for first down. A give to Pacheco to start the drive. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Offense to the line for second down. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Pacheco hauls it in. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Third and short, here's Mahomes. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And that one comes down at the 2 before bouncing into the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Drive starts with an option, right side. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Justin Reed with the tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's just a nice little tester for the defense to gauge how well it can account for the quarterback when he decides to run it.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Herbert. He's on the move. Oh, he's going for it again. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Chiefs in a nickel set for this third down call. Herbert from the gun. That's complete. It's the rookie from Georgia. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it brings up an LA first down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
First and 10 from the 41. Herbert. It is caught left side. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Second and 6 coming up here. From the 46. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They send the tight end in motion. It's Herbert once more. That's complete to Dobbins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. Here's a give inside to Edwards. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, you know exactly what term I think of in a spot like this. Sticking his face in the fan. Because there are a lot of bigger bodies for a corner to sort through right there in the middle of the field. But he still charged in, made that stop happen, and I promise you, his teammates notice.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Extra man in the secondary now for the Chiefs on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
They're set up at the 35 now. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Johnston brings it in. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Second and 3 now. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Flush down out to his left. Now he takes it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
Dobbins will take it in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers grab the lead on their 1st series of the half. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. Brock, we all use literally far too often these days, and sometimes in the wrong context, but this guy has literally driven his team to a lead here. His 2nd score puts him in front in this 2nd half.
Yeah, and hopefully some of that determination, that want to, he showed on that run could seep over to his defenders who are right now buckling up with a newly acquired lead. That way the next time he takes the field, well, that lead will still be on the board.
Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers push their lead to 3. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. He fields it from the 8. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Christian Fulton, the one to bring him down. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. That's a pickup of 9. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
Well, that right there, Kate, that is the epitome of trust, and trust in your big physical tight end. Throwing his way into double coverage. You may question the decision when the ball leaves his hands, but it's tough to question when it produces results like that.
Hauled in by Worthy, right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 35 out of that one. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helps set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. 1st down throw, Mahomes. Cut out left. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Again, Mahomes to throw. Finds his man, Gray. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Alohi Gilman up from the secondary for that tackle. Extra defender in the secondary now for the Chargers. 3rd down coming. Back to the air, Mahomes. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a 1st down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
1st down from the red zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take a 3rd quarter lead. DeAndre Hopkins the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs take a 4-point lead. Reed now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Chargers returning their offense and this running back to the field. And I think we can agree the plan to keep him out of the end zone, it hasn't quite worked so well for this defense, at least not yet. He scored twice, really been the one his group can turn to for a spark or a big play when they've needed it. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Herbert. On the move, headed right. He takes it himself.
Oh, man, those defensive players hate slippery quarterbacks. Near impossible to keep them hedged in or corral them behind the line there. You evade them long enough to turn a potential loss into positive yardage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's got a man left. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. New set of downs for him from the 46. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Completed over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down. They'll try the right side with Edwards. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Stopped on the play by Big Chris Jones. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Herbert now. Able to hit Palmer, complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Now Herbert to throw. That throw finds Johnston. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
They'll run on 1st down with Dobbins. Brushes him off with ease. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
On 2nd down, here's Dobbins. And it's a gain on the run, down to the 23. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on 3rd down. behind center with Edwards. And he's brought down for a loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
So on fourth down, on comes Cameron Dicker and the Chargers for a field goal try. This is a 42-yard look from the left hash. Brown's kick is up and good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Listen, all he could do is make the kicks he's called out there to make. They need extra points from him, but for now, if he's able to handle his third field goal of the game and just inch them a little bit closer.
Things trim back down to a single-point Brock as they send this off and away. Hardman with a return. He stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards, 2nd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. A counter give here to Pacheco. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. That was Asante Samuel Jr. there on the tackle.
A modest gain on the counter. A good recovery there from the front 7, Kate. They bought the fake initially, but adjusted just in time to limit the damage headed the other direction.
The Chargers into a nickel set, 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Escapes. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And they'll try to build on that big stop. Three quarters in the books from this one. It's Chiefs football trying to carry this lead across the finish line. Kansas City sends out its punt team. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. He has it at the 13. And something on the return, but not much as it still ends inside the 20. The visitors are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Play action now for Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
for second down. A give right side to Dobbins. And he found some running room for a nice gain. So even after 7 yards, still playing from behind, 3rd and 11. To throw, Herbert. Completed here to Johnston. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Chargers will have a first.
So many times, Kate, when I see these receiver screens, I think punt return. It's like a punt return. On punt return, it's all about those blocks. The returner's got to catch it, and he's got to feel those blockers in front of him. It's no different on a big play like this with the wide receiver screen.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Trying it left side with Edwards. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Herbert. Hauled in by Dobbins. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory.
Well, that was great timing. Great timing by the big fellas to get out in front of that screen. You could see it coming. Running back has the lineman in front of him to clear a little space. It was all about his athleticism after that.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 47. Gets this to McConkey. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it brings up an LA first down. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Man, offenses love execution and plays like that on first down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
Here's Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third down, 1 yard to go. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Complete beyond the marker. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Dobbins gets it off the option. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Herbert from the gun. Cut near the goal line. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Buys time, rolling right. And he has the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers take a 4th quarter lead. Justin Herbert with the touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Crucial moment of the game here as the Chargers try for 2. Herbert's going to look to throw for this. And he's got a man. Complete. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. Whenever you're throwing for 2, you always expect to see the pass go into the end zone because otherwise you risk defenders rallying to the ball and stopping it short.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. With the defensive speed in today's league, gosh, you're just taking a risk anytime you throw it short of the end zone.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. He fields it from the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Chiefs offense out to take over. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's brought down after a short gain. Second down now, 7 to go. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And they limit this to a minimal gain to around the 34. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. This one finds Kelsey. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Back to throw Mahomes. Called in by Worthy. And he's out of bounds. Looks like right at the midfield stripe. Second and 6 coming up here. One of the tight ends motioning left. Second and 6 now. Throw reeled in by Hopkins. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one goes for 25 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he makes it to the start of the red zone down at the 20. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Looking to throw Mahomes. Completes this one to Gray. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You've heard that very common term in draft vernacular called catching radius. Let me tell you, as a quarterback, you love tight ends on drag routes because that catching radius for such a big target, then you see him, you eye him, and there's a comfort level between QB and tight end to make that connection.
They send the tight end in motion left. Mahomes on 1st and 10. Has some room to work. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's Mahomes. He's got it. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Another throw for Mahomes. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Again, Mahomes to throw. And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take a 4th quarter lead. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Here are the Chiefs facing a massive 2-point try. Here we go, toss to the left side. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. Well, I know we normally look for where the breakdown occurred here, partner, but I think he just made a really good play defensively to get back there.
Yeah, you're not just thinking. He absolutely did it. That defender was reacting. Go shoot your shot. And that is teaching tape for that.
Reed now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Davis. And this drive will start inside the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And this one does not go far. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Running it again with Dobbins. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. Here's Herbert. Chased out to his right. Oh, he's going to run for it. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Well, I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Now Herbert to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. His tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. On the play fake, it's Herbert. Complete out to the right. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
3rd down run by Dobbins. And they take him down right along the 30. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Chargers will have a 1st.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Second and 3 now. They run the counter with Dobbins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
These aren't the plays that will lead highlight reels, but they're the ones that win you ball games. What a nice gain by the back. And now his offense can go in any number of directions on 1st and 10.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Hauled in by Dobbins. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Well, they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket, but they're going to try for the touchdown first here and goal to go. Edwards has the LA touchdown. The Chargers jump in front late. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
And he has it inside the end zone. That's going to add 2 to their lead here late. Oh, it's a favorite of NFL teams and armchair quarterbacks alike, partner. The quick slant. It is so tough to defend that close to the goal line, and this time, it works for two.
It sure is. It's one of those plays that I think Bart Starr was running in the 60s, that slant route.
Whoa.
When you incorporate it with the threat of a fade as well, that's when it becomes so effective. But you get inside that DB, you show the quarterback your numbers, and it's almost automatic for a two-point conversion.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Hardman with a return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Completes this one to Rice. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line. Putting a receiver in motion. Back to throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Motioning one of the tight ends. Here he is to throw. That one complete to Hopkins. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. New set of downs for him from the 46. Setting up to pass. Has a man. It's Brown. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
You know, they say you never go broke taking a profit. Just find that completion. And it may not be a Benjamin, but even those little dollar bills start to add up.
Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line. Throwing again, Mahomes. Throw right side is caught by Hopkins. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line. Back to the air, Mahomes. He brings it in. And it's not over yet. They score here in the final minutes, and now they can tie or even win this game right here. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only one off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end.